Hello and warning. This video contains workshop reality, including struggles, broken components, skill issues, moments of desperation, and giving up. My intention is not to discourage anyone from doing repairs, just to remind that sometimes things don't go according to the plan and take more effort and time to complete.
We also broke a sensor on the way. Easy. 5-minute job in 1.5 hours.
Hey, how is it going? I'm a traveler from Finland who wanted to share adventures, technical challenges, and the fun of living in a self-made camper van. Welcome aboard!
Wow, springtime! Welcome to today's video. And it's about repairs once again. It feels that my travels and repairs of the camper van, they take turns. So now it's time for the small fixes again. Luckily, nothing urgent, nothing too difficult. Oh, fingers crossed. Anyway, few fixes for the exhaust pipe, also replacement of the rear shock absorbers for the annual inspection.
As usual, teamwork for the win.
Divide and conquer. While I'm going to start working with the rear shock absorbers, my partner will start with detaching the exhaust pipe and more precisely detaching the lambda, which is oxygen sensor, and the DPF sensor.
Unfortunately, the socket I needed for the rear shock absorbers was broken.
1 hour later, I think I found the correct tools. And meanwhile, my partner unfortunately broke a sensor accidentally, but that is also normal because we are working with old vehicle and rusted old parts that are corroded on their spots. So it's very common to break something when you are trying to open these old components. But yeah, the work continues. I don't need this because this only socket that is not broken, which is okay to use, is not fitting in this power tool. So I need to, improvise, try to open this very tight bolt with my powers. So some heavy lifting to be done. But I prefer not to use ratchet because it damages the internal system here. I try my luck if it gives up very easily. Probably it won't. Yeah, well, I tried. It's definitely not moving this one. So come on. Nope. It's only slipping. Yeah, sorry ratchet, I have no choice. I need to use two 18 keys and I don't own two, so I guess this feels like a last resort. I'm attaching the adapter bit in the power gun and then the weak socket there. And this is definitely something I would not like to do. I don't recommend this, but I guess I don't have any other options. The torque is set to the minimum, so let's try. Nope. Next try. I need bigger pipes. It doesn't fit. Finally, we found size 18 power gun socket, so I can put the torque up, the ear protection on. Well, I don't need this. And there we are. Easy. 5-minute job in 1.5 hours. Oh, by the way, the upper bolt of this rear shock absorber was already easy. It is size 21. There it is. Already empty. Again, I clean bolts and use chemicals, but I don't recommend everybody to use chemicals. You do your own decision on that. Oh, coffee break. I love that. Thank you, dear friends and family. Yep. It's there. I think I'm going to coffee and tighten these to the torque later. I'm using the torque of 90 Newton meters to the lower bolts and 135 Newton meters to the upper bolt of the rear shock absorber. Okay, that was 90. And then 135. Okay, we are closing to 135 because I'm struggling to have enough strength for this. Yep, it's still correct one. Haven't moved. I locked it here, so it stays the same. Oh, we got the electric power cut. Oh well, I might as well use a little break. Continuing with the smartphone torch. That works. Just checking. Yeah, I still have the 135 here. Yeah. Yeah. Haha! Yes! 135. It took me 15 minutes, but I made it.
Repeating the process to the other side, and this time it was easier. Anyhow, I was again struggling with the torque of the bolts, and I couldn't ignore my gut feeling anymore. Something was off. Normally, it isn't this difficult. I talked about it to more experienced technicians, and together we found out what kind of mistake I had done. Okay, long story short, this upper rear absorber bolt, I didn't tighten it to the torque of 135 Newton meters on this side, because with the first side I made, I actually tightened it too much and broke the sleeve on the connection point. The sleeve, the metal tube, started to widen, like open up, and it was an indication that I used too much torque. I don't know why the instructions gave me the torque 135 Newton meters. It is definitely too much for this manufacturer's rear shock absorbers. So I decided not to make that mistake again with this side and left it to the, let's say, good gut feeling with this bolt. So this bolt is definitely tight. It is more than 100 Newton meters, definitely, but it is not tightened to the precise torque, and it feels solid and that it's going to stay there when I drive around. I decided this solution, I will go with this, but again, it's up to you how you repair a vehicle. This was my end result this time. That was it with the rear shock absorbers. Let's have a look what's going on with the exhaust pipe. But yeah, here's the problem part of this exhaust pipe. This is the original problem. As you see, the flexible part is really worn out and it is already leaking here. And this is not in good condition either, nor is this one. So we are trying to make everything tight in this area so it will pass the annual inspection and handle the exhaust gases as it should. This is how we are doing with the exhaust pipe project. That part that we are heating is actually detached from here. This is the first part of the exhaust pipe system, and here's the catalytic converter. So this thread is not supposed to be here. When we try to open that one, this thread just split in half. So we need to work some extra time to detach this broken thread piece from the exhaust pipe. Woo! Yes, well done.
This seems like the end of this video. The exhaust pipe is repaired wonderfully and I'm super grateful for it. Yeah, I think I'll show you the end result of it. And thank you all for watching this video. I hope that you are doing great and your vehicle is staying one piece more than this camper van here. So good luck for the springtime, good luck for the summer, and see you again in the next video. Bye bye! Exciting, the moment of truth, the first ignition after repairs. Again. Wish me luck!
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, like and share. See you next time.